Make sure we can. And before I leave, remind me to talk to you about.
Still white.
Maybe it's not a big of a deal. Hey, nope. Walk around the back. I know this is funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, how I can help you with getting the name tags ready and.
Yeah. So today me and
all
Sonnet went to the closet and threw a bunch of stuff away.
Good.
And so I think it looks a lot better now. We went through the name tags. We have like just enough if we kind of use some of the other types.
Okay.
We just need to buy a batch of like 10
Okay.
or so.
Did you send me that link or no?
This new one? Oh.
So maybe as we replace them, we buy the nicer ones so that they'll last.
Maybe. That's a good idea. You guys know Bluey?
Mm-hmm.
We love Bluey.
I love Bluey. Probably the only cartoon I actually laughed out loud at.
Oh, really?
Have you ever watched it?
Me too, and I'll watch it without them.
I'm like, oh, that's funny. Well, hey, are you all clean? Is your belly clean?
I know. I love
It's really cute.
toddler bellies.
It's really cute.
I love toddler bellies.
Okay, let's
that?
try this.
What's that?
Here we go. Okay,
I'm
let's.
gonna try to practice putting a shirt on
So I
Bowen.
have this. This
I'm
is
gonna
the,
practice.
um,
No, it needs to go in
Sorry, the
yeah.
agenda. Okay.
Needs to go
Let's see. How
slowly.
do I ask?
And then I have
questions?
this
Oh,
that I was gonna go over with them. From the email
Okay.
from Mr. Cole. That just says all the stuff that we have to follow.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
let me just get a paper set.
Oh, the bathroom. We can only do one at a time. Remember
Right
that?
here.
Yeah.
What? In the bathroom? You can only do one person at a time?
Yeah.
Even though there's two stalls
COVID. Yeah.
separated by.
Well,
Were
he
you
said he
plastic?
didn't. He said he didn't want to go into why.
Yeah.
For what?
Sending one kid at a time
Child abuse.
to the bathroom.
And sex offenders.
So they're just trying.
So.
Okay.
CNAC eye clearance. I mean, that was kind of
So
squared
who's
away.
gonna like? We don't have to have someone there monitoring that. Like, we just have to tell the kids if somebody's in the bathroom.
I
You have
think
to
just
wait.
keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
And yeah. I mean, honestly, I never really. The only time there were more than one kid in the bathroom was art when they were cleaning out the or I guess. bathroom.
So a link that I want you to send
That's so cool.
during the meeting.
Me.
Yeah, if you can put it in the comment section.
All
Hey,
right.
Tim, let's go over here.
Okay.
This way.
Hey, Bowen. I need to put your
Here's
shirt on.
the link.
I know it. Bowen.
No. Don't touch it, babe.
Shirt.
So this is the link. I just emailed you the link for the volunteer form. So
Okay.
you can maybe wherever. So maybe with the we'll just want to post the video link. And then
And a phone number for the chaplain too to get that.
to get an interview.
I have been struggling.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
talked to Katie Willis, our culinary arts teacher today, and she's been struggling with the same thing.
Yeah, because they're not in the office; they're doing half days. So I found that out from a Katusa.
Do
He
you want me to
said
reach out to the Megan who said
Underhill.
her husband was a chaplain and he would be willing
He would
to
be
do
willing to do that.
I tried the phone number that was posted. This 2ID chaplain. Nobody answered that either. So I think they're all doing half days
Okay.
from 9 to noon. So if they can call between those hours,
Let me start some notes. of what-
it's just been a struggle trying to get someone on the phone.
Bobo.
Like I physically went out to all the chapels and all the doors were closed. Like I
What a
just
pain.
happened to
Sorry.
Katusa. And then a chat to Chaplain Cobbin. That's who I spoke to. He said they've been in meetings all day too, so it's not like they're easy to get a hold of regardless. But their phone number, I don't know if you need to write down their phone number if you guys are gonna announce that they're
Would that be wise to put their phone number on?
it's on their website.
Oh,
Like I just looked up
okay, then yeah.
USAG Humphreys chaplain's phone number, and that's the one that they answer. So
What's the goal?
Everyone's having a hard time scheduling chaplain interviews right now because they just aren't working very many hours, or
because of COVID,
so they have to do a chaplain interview to finish this background check that we're doing.
No. Is there nobody like in our chaplain?
They're all in the same building, same office.
I mean, I don't know who is our chaplain. Okay.
I don't even know who my chaplain is.
Do we have, was there a Mormon chaplain?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
Noah. No more cookies.
Hmm?
Noah. No more cookies.
Where's your iPad?
Okay.
Where's your iPad at?
No.
Find it.
I
Do you want to talk about your discipline thing today? Are you
Oh,
comfortable doing that? No. Okay.
It's
That's okay.
not. Mom.
We're not.
Daddy,
We're not there yet.
No.
it's not
And I hate to say I haven't been focusing on that just because I've been trying to do
Mommy's room.
Okay, let me get the
the
list
500 things I haven't been able to do.
I understand.
Winter registration. So the Demets are coming back.
Mhm.
So I'm clicking. away.
Yeah, she's not sure when they're leaving, so.
Where's
she
my
just-
action, Mom?
Okay.
Let me see what's the sound issue. Actually, I'm hello. I don't know how to test it.
I'll turn mine on in just a second once I
I
send
don't
this
know
email and
YouTube.
tell you if it's working. I did hear you earlier though.
Yeah, and we heard her on the phone.
All right. Oh no, not that.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yep.
oh that's me.
Like-
That's me. Hello.
Hello.
All right. You're not muted.
Okay. Hello. Hi. This is thank you. This is weird because we don't really have our audience, but hi, I'm Hadley Holyoke for those that are watching. If you can hear me, there's a comment section where you can ask questions on the side. Get this is the side.
The right.
Oh.
Mine.
There's a comment section on the side where you can ask us questions. You may have to make a YouTube login or just use your Google account. It should just take a second if it says make an account if you would like to add a comment. Or you can comment on the Facebook page, the Facebook group, underneath the link that Suzanne posted.
Okay, Shelly said hi. I can hear you.
Awesome. Yay. Shelly can hear us. How many people do we have watching now?
I have 8 people.
Okay.
Elsa's here. Shelly's here.
Awesome. I might give it just a couple minutes too, because I want
9 watching. It's nice.
dirt. It's so fun. All right, for those who are here, thanks for waiting. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes so that we can let people log in and check it out. So for those who are watching who don't know me, my name is Hadley, and I'm the director of the co-op this semester. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Warrington. You can call me Liz, and I've been with the co-op since the beginning of this past semester. So I'm learning as well.
You don't want to hold a microphone.
I'm not good at holding microphone.
I know, this is a rock band. So we're really classy.
I'm terrible at karaoke too.
So yeah, we just wanted to give you guys a few updates today. I know things are a little bit crazy on base. And first things first, we have gotten permission to meet up. So that's an exciting thing. Officially, next Thursday, January 20th, is going to be our open house. So we will have the lobby area open from 10 a.m. to noon on next Thursday, January 20th. And that's a time when you can come pay in person for your fees if you have not paid on PayPal yet. You can also come and maybe buy a t-shirt or walk around and look at where the classrooms are, what classes are assigned to which room with your kids. And you can just come meet the admin and say hi for a little bit. So we will be there January 20th from 10 a.m. to noon for an open house. The official start date will be January 27th for our classes. So in 2 Thursdays. That'll be the first day that we start. So I wanted to get that out there so you guys can put it on your calendars and keep track of that. Okay, I want to go through and introduce you to the admin. Like I said a few minutes ago, I'm Hadley. I'm the director for this semester. This is Liz. She's the assistant director. She's helping me out with a lot of things. We both met at the Garrison a couple days ago to discuss the co-op needs. It was a good meeting. Let me pull up the form for the admin so I don't forget anybody fast. All right, so we've got me and Liz, and then Suzanne, who's here, but she's behind the computer. She's our communications coordinator. She's the one sending you emails and doing most of our posts. Then we've got Chrissy. She's our financial coordinator, so she's the one that you will come. And teachers, you will turn in your receipts to Chrissy. And that is who you will pay for your registration fees and all that. She has all the money. Shannon Kakler, sorry if I said your last name wrong, I haven't met you yet. She is our special events coordinator, so you guys are going to sign up to help with our events, and you'll be working with her. She's going to oversee. We've got some cool events planned for this semester. Then we've got Shelly Johnson. She was with us last semester as our facilities coordinator, so she'll be doing the same job. Chelsea Lip is new. She's going to be over the nursery and the preschool rooms, helping with our early childhood. Then we've got Sonnet, who's been around at the co-op for a while, and she's going to take over hospitality coordinator. So if you guys have needs outside of co-op, new babies, sick kids, quarantining, she's going to be a representative from the co-op to help you get things that you need so that we can work together as a community to support you. And then we've also got Jennifer Rose, and she plans our fun get-together days outside of co-op classes, and she's been doing that for a while. She's great at that. So yeah, any one of us that I just listed will be at co-op most days, and you can ask any of us questions, bring up concerns, and we're here to assist and just do all the background, not fun work so that we can have co-op classes on Thursdays. Awesome. It is fun. It's fun work. It's just busy sometimes. All right, let's see what else. All right, how many people have we got on?
11.
11? Okay.
No questions so far.
Awesome. So we'll just keep plugging away. I can repeat myself a few times if people have questions at the end. This is just a time to get all the information, kind of see what we've been working on the past few weeks to get ready for co-op. Just to reiterate what we will have from our teachers and kind of what we expect them to be doing every week. I'm going to be sending out the rosters within the next couple days so that you can know what classes, what kids are in your classes and get a hold of their parents and let them know. We've also assigned rooms to all of the classes. And so, yes, we're working on that before co-op starts. Once co-op starts, teachers, if you were here last semester, then you know all this stuff. But if you're new, or if you don't remember, so every week we ask you to take these rosters with you to your class and mark all the kids in your class. This is especially important this semester. I mean, it's a good tool for you to use so you know who's in your class and you get to know your students by seeing their names. But it's important this semester because we have the contact tracing going on. And so it's important to know if a kid tests positive in your class, instead of having to, affect the whole co-op, we can go by the rosters and know who was actually there that day, so we can limit the number of people we have to let Garrison know was affected. Because we have to follow these rules so that we can get the support from Garrison. Also, setup and cleanup. So if you are a morning class, right, you start right at 10 a.m., we ask that you come about 20 minutes early and set your classroom up how you would like it to be. And then work with the next class coming after you. You give them a few minutes to set up how they need it to be. So that kind of goes on. And then the last class of the day, you need to stay in your classroom until it's completely cleaned up and checked off by our awesome facilities coordinator, Shelly. It's a big building. There's a lot of classrooms. And so if the teachers can all just be in charge of their little space, that's going to be a big help. So we're going to really try to make that work this semester so it's not just Shelly and a couple people at the end of the day staying for an hour or so. It's co-op. We all want to work together, cooperate together so we can make this an enjoyable experience for everybody. So speaking about that, a typical day for co-op, if you are new to the process, classes start right at 10. We are not having an assembly this semester. So last semester we had an assembly around 9:45, but we are not doing an assembly for a few reasons. One of them is COVID. We don't want to have big groups. And we want to not have as many large gatherings. So classes will start right at 10. So that's the first event of the day, 10 a.m. class. And then at, sorry, one second, Cal, She keeps calling me. We're at my house, so we've got some behind the scenes things. Then we'll have our 11 o'clock class. There's going to be a 5-minute passing period. Again, that's also important with COVID protocol because we want to limit the amount of time kids running around in between classes. So class will end at 10:55, and you go to your next class. Then we'll have lunch from noon to 1. The chapel has provided us plastic dividers so that we can eat in fellowship hall with those plastic dividers between individuals. Or we invite you to go out and with a friend, another family, get some lunch off chapel premises. And also utilize the Burke's open gym. That's still going on, so you can go play over there, get all your energy out, and get your food. And then come back for our last class of the day at 1 o'clock. And then that will end at 1:55, and we'll do a quick group cleanup focusing on the classroom that you were in at the end of the day so that we can all go home afterwards.
Do you have to register to use the chapel?
Someone asked that? Okay, so Burke's Open Gym, no, you do not have to register. You do not have to be CYS registered to use Burke's Open Gym. Right now, we're working to secure a classroom for our kids' yoga class and for our preschool music and movement. Those classes will need to be CYS registered. And we have a school liaison officer that's worked with us in the past that I'm going to contact so she can assist. It's a very easy process. It's not the same as like trying to sign up for CDC childcare. It's a lot simpler.
No
And
physical.
yeah, no physical? Yeah, no physical. That's right. Yeah, Suzanne, she did it last semester with one of her daughters. So there's no physical. But yeah, so the preschool class at 10 a.m. So if your kid's going to be there at 10 a.m. and you want them in the preschool class, they will, especially with the bad weather and the bad air quality, they're going to be going to Burke's Gym in a classroom that we have to reserve. So they will need to be CYS registered. And then for the kids' yoga class at 11, they will also need to be CYS registered. But the PE class at 10 is going to use open Burke's Gym area, and they do not have to be CYS registered. And then for lunch, you do not have to be CYS registered. Good question. Okay. So let's look at some COVID protocol. Everyone's favorite topic these days. Again, it's a huge blessing that we get to use the Pacific Victors Chapel. It's a very nice facility for us. The garrison was understanding of our community. We gave him the numbers. We're a large community, and he was willing to support us. But we do need to follow these rules, especially because we are on a military base, and we have to make sure that we are respectful to our hosts. So, I'm wondering if it's best to read through this. The first thing, basically, right, you have to use your personal judgment. If you are feeling sick, please do not come. I know we all kind of rely on each other to run the classes and teach the classes, but we don't want you to feel pressure that you need to come and you're like, oh, the co-op's going to suffer if I don't come. Of course we will. We'll miss you. But for the good of the co-op, if you are feeling sick, please do not come. If you are suspicious that you might be sick, please don't come. We have a few less classes this semester to kind of work around that. I think our most is we have 8 classes at one time, and we need about 2 adults in every class, and so we're working with our numbers. So far we have 40 parents signed up, so our numbers look good that we will have enough people to work. We've also come up with plans to replace classes if a certain teacher can't come and she can't find a sub. Then we have Lego options and board game options. So we have plans for if you are not able to come. So please use your personal judgment on that. And again, if you test positive, please let us know so that we can report to the proper people. And we will use those rosters to do that again, so it won't impact the whole of co-op. We will not be having morning assemblies. Class sizes, all of our class sizes are within what they asked us to do based on the classroom size. We don't want kids too close together. We spread them out as much as we can in the classroom. Everyone needs to be wearing masks. We know that one. We also have masks that we bought that we can provide to you if you did not bring one, you forgot, or it doesn't fit within the standards, the guidelines that the Garrison has given us. So we have bought the proper masks for kids and adults, and we will give one to you if you need one. We want to make sure that there's not too many gatherings of too many people in one area, right? And then this semester we are going to be more vigilant on hand sanitizer and wiping down classrooms. So with the class getting out, I would encourage also to use the students you have in the classroom and your assistant, wipe down the tables with some Lysol wipes, which we will provide, and sanitize kids as they come in the room. So we can be on top of that. We'll need teachers and assistants help with that to make sure that is getting completed before and after each class. That's basically it for COVID things. Those were the big things we wanted us to make sure of. And again, if you plan to eat, we have plastic dividers in the fellowship hall, but we also encourage you to go off the premises and then come back for the last class of the day. Another important point with the Garrison, when we talked about, is background checks. I know Suzanne, she made a post a little while ago reminding everyone that they do need to get a background check. Even if you're not a teacher, most of us will be in classrooms at one point assisting, so everyone needs to have a background check. The most common route that we've been pointing people to get their background checks is to go through the chaplain. Most chapels have packets on the front desk when you walk in, especially I know Pacific Victor, where we meet. Right when you walk in, there's a table and there's packets that you can grab. There's also an online link that Suzanne posted where you can fill it out online. With the background check going through the chapels, you do need an interview with the chaplain. That's kind of a new thing. You need 2 personal references, which can be friends, anyone you know here that can vouch for you. And the big thing is you get your fingerprint scanned in what's that called? Mod Hall, right?
One stop.
Thank you. One stop. At one stop, you get your fingerprint scanned, and then that goes into all of your background, and that's the important part. That initiates what's called the CNAC-I clearance. That is what the Garrison, I hadn't heard that phrase before personally, and so the Garrison was very adamant that everyone needs to have a CNAC-I clearance. He didn't really care how we got it, and as through like which organization we go through. So if you have been cleared through sports, CYS, or other volunteer organizations on base, and you've done that fingerprint and have that CNAC-I, then you should be good to go. Now, we've had someone from the fingerprint office contact us and tell us that they will be willing to help us make sure that our people have the proper background checks. And so what we need to get from you is your legal name, and then I'll be working with you to, we need to find a safe process to get people's social security numbers, and we can give that to the fingerprint office to verify that we have the right ones. If you have your green badge, you're good to go for sure. The chaplain's done that, but we do want to make sure that everyone has the proper background check. So at co-op, we will be doing so his name is, do you remember? I can't remember his name.
Barry Canada.
Yeah, Barry Canada. I was like, it's a fun name. Barry Canada. So he's been very helpful. So what he said, he actually talked to me today, right? He doesn't want us emailing social security numbers. He said the best process would be to write it down to a person, deliver it to him. He checks it. We get rid of the evidence. So we're going to work on a safe process to do that. But yeah, so that was some new information we got, and so that was good to get some clear information on what exactly we need when it comes to background checks, and it's that FBI CNAC-I clearance. So we'll be working with you on that. Okay, with COVID, so I do know that there are people, right? Maybe you aren't comfortable coming to co-op right now. Maybe this is too large of a group. We do have, as far as the numbers, we have 40 families registered, and it'll be just about 110 kids of all ages in the building. If everybody comes, that's the max number. That's what we have registered right now. So I do know that there are people who are hesitant to gather in large groups, and so obviously use your personal judgment. We just ask that we can plan ahead of time. If you let us know the Wednesday before, if you can let us know before Wednesday evening, before co-op, so that we can plan on what we will do with your class space if you're a teacher, or who we can have help if you're an assistant. So of course we want to be flexible if you're feeling sick, if you just don't want to come because of, you know, certain case numbers on base or whatever personal preference, just let us know. Please keep that line of communication with us. You can just send us a message on Facebook or one of our emails, and then we can plan. Okay. I'm gonna go over one more thing, and then we'll talk about how you can help the co-op, what that's gonna look like for you. So something I wanted to address, just so everyone's clear, the reason that we charge for classes is so that teachers have a pot of money that they can pull from for supplies. That is it. Our teachers are not paid. They're all volunteers. Nobody in the admin is paid. It's all volunteer. So we collect a fee based on what the teachers estimate they will need to purchase their supplies for that class. So like some classes like culinary arts and art are a little more expensive because that's a lot more supplies. PE didn't have a fee, right? And so it just depended on the teacher and their needs. So that is why we asked you to pay a fee per class. So if you did not pay on PayPal, we ask that you bring cash in. The open house is a great time to do that. Again, which is January 20th. We're having our open house January 20th from 10 a.m. to noon. Or on the first day of co-op will be another time. We really need to get those payments in so the teachers can start getting reimbursed as they purchase and prepare for their classes. So we really ask that you do that. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to ask. We want to be very transparent. That's why we collect funds. We also charge for events, again, for the same reason, just to purchase the materials for that event. And the money that's left over goes into, you know, maybe some more things for the event, or buying things like Clorox wipes, hand sanitizer, masks, that kind of thing. Okay, so how many do we have on now?
13.
13? Okay. So if Suzanne, can you, I don't know if you did already, but can you post a link in the comments for the volunteer form?
Mm-hmm.
So we have another job form. So it looks a lot like what registration did. It's the same site. It's the same site to make it. So this is the volunteer form. I think it's called parent cooperative form. This is how you are going to let us know how you want to help with the co-op. So it's broken into 3 sections. The first section, you're going to tell us, I want to help with setup or I want to help with cleanup. You got to pick one of them. And if you're going to be only going to come to the last class of the day, then you're going to help with cleanup. And so you select that. We will be getting, last semester we tried doing setup Wednesday afternoons. This semester we're just going to be opening the church up at 9 a.m. at the earliest, and then trying to close it down within the hour when we're done. So I need everyone to select if they're going to help set up or help clean up. The second part is kind of the bulkiest part. You look at every hour at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1 p.m. Every hour we're teaching classes, and you select an area to assist in. You select a class that you would like to assist in. And I think you can select up to 3. I think I asked on there to select 3, and then we'll choose one based on your preferences. We want to take your preferences into mind, but then we also need to just put you where we need people. So give us 3 options per hour of where you're willing to help out, and then we'll put you where we need you.
And that's limited to the who has clearance. If they want to be in the classroom.
Yes, that's true. That's why we ask that everybody has a clearance, because this is from the Garrison's mouth, and he put it in the email. You have to have at least 2 cleared people in the room. If the teacher is not cleared yet, you need 2 additional adults in the room who are cleared, if that makes sense. So you need at all times, no matter how many other adults are in the room, you need at least 2 cleared adults in the room. So get those background checks, please, and please ask us questions if you need help with that. We've all gone through it. We've all gotten ours. And we're all kind of trying to help each other get them as soon as possible. So that was the second. Did you have anything?
No, if we can just send out the chaplain's information, because that for me was the hardest part of.
Oh yeah, I get the chaplain.
Schedule one, yeah.
Someone asked a question.
Shelly had a note about cleanup. There,
Yeah.
in addition to setup and cleanup, people can help with lunchtime cleanup. So we'll add that as an option.
Yeah, lunchtime. Yeah, that's true. If we are using we will be using the fellowship hall, right? And so, first of all, if you're planning on using the fellowship hall, you need to stay and make sure you clean up your mess after you're done. But yes, lunchtime cleanup is another one that we need to make sure we have help with. Do you have that?
I have their phone number, yeah. Calling from a cell phone. The number is 05033561251.
And that's for the chaplain.
The chaplain's office. And then right now, because of COVID, their hours, they're only there from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So try and call them between those hours. And if you don't get a hold of them one time, they could be in a meeting. So keep trying between those hours to schedule. I finally got a hold of one of the chaplains today, and we're scheduled for next week for our interview. So I just kept trying.
Very nice. Yeah, perfect. That's one of the hardest parts, just because it involves two people's schedules, trying to get that interview. So again, we want to have the mindset of being a team player with the chapel. They are host, and we want to take care of it, keep it clean, and follow their rules while we're using the facility. Because especially with the horrible air quality and the bad weather, it's really nice to have this indoor space that we can all gather in. So going back to the volunteer form, we need everybody to fill that out, right? Even if you're teaching a couple classes, we need everyone to fill it out because we all need to help in different ways outside the classroom. Speaking of which, the last section of the volunteer form, so part 3, shows the events that we're planning on taking place. And you need to select a couple of those events that you're willing to help out with, and then just like the classrooms, we will assign you to an event where we need people based on your preferences and what we need. So that's 3 parts for the volunteer form: setup, cleanup, classes, and then events.
So if people are returning from last semester and they already completed the form, do they need to recomplete it?
Mm-hmm.
And if they already helped with 2 events, do they have to do 2 more this semester?
That's a good. So if you already if you helped with, how many events did we have last semester? Like 3. We had the Nerf
About
gun.
1 a month.
Did we have that many?
Family picnic,
And then
Nerf,
the holiday.
2 holiday events.
Oh yeah, the ornaments and the party.
Halloween.
I don't think we had an event for that though. That
We
was
did
just
have-
the parade.
Yeah. Love it.
Was that a thing that they could sign up for though?
No.
I didn't think so. Yeah. So if you feel a little burnt out from helping from a lot of events last semester, please just make a note on there. That's totally fine. We understand. But just to make these future events happen with this new group of people in co-op, we just need everyone's support. So we do ask that everybody fill that out before the 20th. We want to try to organize things before we officially get started. So even though we're not having classes on the 20th, that's the deadline for the volunteer forms. Please try to fill it out within this next week. Do it right now if you just want to listen to my voice in the background and click through. It should take like 5 minutes. It's a short form, not like registration. It's much shorter.
So Megan Underhill is on the chat and says that her husband is a chaplain and can help in the interview. So
Okay,
I'm getting
awesome.
his contact
I think I saw it on
information.
Facebook. Megan, thank you so much. So Megan Underhill is saying that her husband is willing to help with the chaplain interviews, which is great. Megan, is that okay if they just send a message to you? What would be the best way for them to get a hold of them?
I'm asking.
Okay.
What's the best way?
So we'll let her,
everyone know.
We'll let her give information in the comments. Thank you. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's yelling for me. Okay, so it's funny, we're like lagging now. CS of the past. Yeah, so that's all the official things we really wanted to talk about. I think we had a few people jump on. How many people do we have now?
Oh, we have 13 stuff.
So not everybody, that's all right. I'm glad that we've had a little group get some information. I'm gonna go through the admin again because we kind of did that at the beginning. So my name's Hadley. I'm serving as the director this semester. So you can come with me to any issues, of course. My main thing is I've done a lot with the class schedule and working with teachers and such. So if you have questions about that, please ask me about it. Background checks, any concerns you have. Next to me here is Liz. She's our assistant director. And then communications, all the emails and Facebook posts come from Suzanne. She gets all information out to you guys. Financial coordinator is Chrissy. So if you guys remember Chrissy from last semester, she taught our math club, right? Math club? Yeah. And so this semester she's taken on financial for us, which is a huge help. So she won't be teaching classes, but she's going to be doing this important admin role for us. So that's teachers, if you have receipts, so you can get reimbursed for your classes, you're going to take them to Chrissy. She's going to help you out with that. She's been doing an awesome job. She's been in the States for a while, and she's doing work for us from there, and she's been very helpful. For special events, we have Shannon, and so she's going to be the person overseeing all the events for the semester. We've got some fun ones planned. Facilities coordinator is Shelly, so she's the one that's going to be coming to check you off at the end of the day after you've cleaned up your own classroom, and she'll be there early to help set up, and we'll be the one staying late after to help clean up. So give some love to Shelly. We've got Chelsea. She's new to us this semester. She's going to be helping out, coordinating with nursery and preschool, our two younger kid classrooms. Sonnet, who's been here a long time, she teaches our art classes also, so she's just doing everything. She is going to be our hospitality coordinator, so for things that take place outside of co-op, maybe if your family needs assistance, you got a new baby, you're sick, you need to quarantine, anything that the community can help you out with, please reach out to Sonnet. I know she's made a post on Facebook about it. Very friendly girl. She'll help you out for sure. And then we've also got Jennifer Rose, who's been doing our park day field trip coordination for a while now. So she's been great at that, planning some low-key activities outside of co-op just for us to get together at the park and that kind of thing. Speaking of admin positions, we always have openings. We've got a really great team this semester. I'm really glad that we've had some people step up and fill in some holes with some people moving. And it's been a great team to work with so far. But if you are interested in helping with the admin and helping us to keep this co-op running, for years to come, people are always leaving. I'm actually looking to leave, within the next few months as we're PCSing. And so just the nature of our community, we need lots of people moving in and out. So if you're listening to this and you're interested in helping out with admins and behind the scenes stuff, two positions that actually would be helpful to have someone fill are the volunteer coordinator. We had Jess, she's been awesome. She was helping kind of coordinate some of those background checks, but they have to move, as happens. So a volunteer coordinator is someone who can help with background check work and then making sure we have people in every classroom, that kind of chunk of the work. Again, you'll have support, so if you sign up and you're not totally sure how it will look, there's a team of us to help you out. So volunteer coordinator is a big one, and another one is I think the title is administrative coordinator, but this is basically the person that would just be at the front at the beginning of each co-op, and so they can help you with signing in because you need to sign in every person in your family every Thursday, and they can help with finding where the rosters are, helping you find classrooms, just that kind of start of the day stuff. Our front desk person, basically. So if that's a pretty low key one. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out to me on Facebook or my email.
We have a question from you, Lee,
Mhm.
with the Korean culture class. Are they
Yeah.
allowed to have food tasting activities in the classroom?
That is a great question.
Would they be able to move to the?
Technically,
We'll have to check.
yes, but
Technically,
it would be
yes.
the same thing since you're eating, it'd be in the lunchroom,
Yeah.
so 6 feet apart.
So the safe, I think the safe answer
Yeah.
would be we're gonna have the dividers set up in the fellowship hall from the start of day to the end of day. So maybe you guys take a little field trip to the fellowship hall and do it in there so that we can make sure they're separated. Again, as you all know, we've had a huge wave of cases for the last month, and a lot of people are being affected by that, having to stay home from work, having to adjust their schedules. And so we just want to be a helper in that effort, and to just not pose a risk for co-op for the chapels and all that. So, but that was a great question.
So when the preschool class eats snack, they probably need to go to the fellowship hall too. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully,
that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, good question. So I think we've decided this semester kindergarten is not going to do snacks. So that was different than last semester. So kindergarten won't be doing snack. But preschool, preschool, I think they're still planning on doing snack. Again, that's, Chelsea, if you're listening to, I'll shoot her a message, but that's something to coordinate when we want to do that, and that would be another time to do like a field trip to the fellowship hall. There.
That's all the questions for me.
Yeah, so we just want to, one caution, and especially just again because we're a guest and we want to follow the rules so that they have no reason to not like us.
Yes.
As we continue to use their chapel. So great questions, and please feel free as different instances come up to ask us so we can help you find a good solution, a good safe solution for the whole group. Let me look through here. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. If anyone is interested, we did propose an official COVID-19 transmission mitigation plan to the garrison, which is why he signed off on us using the chapel, because we presented our plan. And so if anyone is interested and overly concerned, please reach out to me and I can send it to you. That's how we got the okay to keep meeting. Let me see. How many people do we have on now?
14.
Is anyone commenting on like the Facebook group?
A few.
Okay. So our schedule, like I said, it's going to be a little different from last semester. So we only have 3-hour blocks this semester. There is going to be a few changes. So registration went out, right? And a bunch of you signed up at once, which is great. You guys were all ready to do it, and I appreciate that. But some classes filled up before I was able to get to them and label them as full. So in the next week, I'm going to be emailing some parents telling them that unfortunately the class that they signed their kid up for is now full and they'll have to pick a new one. So watch out for those emails, and then also there's going to be emails from teachers letting you know, hey, your kid is in my class, and that kind of thing.
We have a question from Tina about COVID, and several people aren't comfortable teaching, and she just doesn't think it's going to mathematically work for us all to be together. She wants to know if you could talk to, would it make sense to cancel classes and if the start date isn't getting delayed, or split the semester into 2 sections or something else? Have you guys thought about that?
No, we appreciate your concern. We've tried to, just so everyone's aware, I sent out a poll, right, because we have varying levels of comfortability right now, which, everyone has different perspectives and experiences with what's happening. So we sent a poll out to our teachers, right, because we really rely on our teachers to do a lot of the work to prepare for these classes for our kids, which we really appreciate it. We sent the poll out to the teachers asking them how they felt about these start dates, the plan that we just told you about, having an open house on the 20th, pushing back our start date a week, and now starting on January 27th as our first day. And it was pretty split. So we recognize that there are varying opinions in our community. And so because we presented the plan with the exact numbers of how many people are going to be there, if everyone shows up, like the maximum amount of people that would be in there, our prevention plans, we got the okay from Garrison. And so we want to push forward because we want to provide that opportunity for people who feel comfortable and who feel okay coming. Again, if you don't, that's totally fine. We want to be flexible, but just let us know the day before so that we can plan accordingly. We're coming up with plans for each class. Just keep that open line of communication with us, and we can adjust. But we do just want to keep it available for those who would like to return to co-op classes. But
the second part of the question, so what if somebody doesn't feel comfortable yet? So then they're going to miss the second half of the semester, right? Do you have any plans to make up for that time?
So we did, I did add a week. So we end a week later. May 26th is technically our last day now. It will be like a party day, kind of how our Christmas day was, like when we had our last winter day. So we did add a week. So we go all the way to the end of May. Unfortunately we're not really sure how this is what it's gonna look like. Even next week, we don't know what it's gonna look like. And so we just want to move forward with like hope that it's gonna get better and that we, our kids can have these relationships and these opportunities for classes and such. If, it ends up being like an issue with the class fees, like you feel gypped maybe that you had to pay and then you aren't participating in all the classes, please discuss that with me. If you want to wait and add them later, that's fine. We're going to be flexible. If you want to get a reimbursement for now and then wait until you show up, that's fine. I'm going to say, just for the sake of like Christy's work and keeping, the pot of money that our teachers have to pull from somewhat stable, that we'll leave that window open for a few weeks to get reimbursed. We'll go for a while. I don't know. Right now I'm thinking maybe end of February. We'll kind of ask people to stick with what their plans are now. So if you want to pull out and get reimbursed, I understand. But yeah, this is our plan going forward. Again, like I said, because we got permission from Garrison and because there is interest in our community to start up again, and we want to respect that and give them the opportunity.
No other questions for now.
Okay. This is I think we went over everything. Again, the main thing is that next week will be an open house. I'll have Suzanne send out an email with that information, kind of key points that we discussed today. I wanted to have this today. I know it's not the same as meeting and, discussing ideas as all together, but I kind of wanted to have a chance to hear from you. So thank you to those that commented and to just give you the information straight from my mouth of what we've, been working on and what we're planning, and that we're aware of the situation and that we are just trying to do what's best for our kids at this time. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm glad that we figured out this YouTube thing. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm in the Facebook group, Hadley Holyoke.
Next week is an in-person open house.
Yes, good question. Yep, so me and other admins and some teachers will be there. There will be no classes. We'll just be in the main lobby area at 10 a.m. until noon. So we'll kind of just leave at lunchtime. But 10 a.m. to noon, we will be there. Maybe you can practice like your morning routine with your kids. Like, okay, this is what we're going to do when we get ready to go to co-op. You can, see how far the drive is if it's your first time coming, all that kind of thing. And then we'll have signs on all the doors. We'll keep the classrooms closed. And we'll have signs on all the doors of where the classes are. So maybe you can walk around, see where your classes are, ask us questions, pay your fees if you haven't done that yet. Again, we need that money so that teachers can get reimbursed for their supplies. But yeah, in person, we'll be there with masks, with smiles underneath. Any other last minute questions?
That's it.
Okay. Find us on Facebook. Feel free. I know a lot of the time it's me, Suzanne, a couple other admin posting in the group, but anyone can post in the group. Anyone can post questions in the group. So ask us your questions, tell us your concerns, give us your compliments, whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for your time tonight, guys. Have a good evening, and we will see you in person next week at the open house.